Hello everyone and welcome. You know, a few days back I came across this mini circular saw from Hychika on Amazon, and I thought to myself, it's been quite a long time since I last reviewed a mini circular saw. So I thought you guys might enjoy seeing a new saw being tested, and that's why I got this guy. Now, I've tested tools from Hychika before and was satisfied with their tools. In fact, I reviewed a large 14-inch 40-volt chainsaw from them a while back, and I'll put up a link to that in the corner of the video so you can look at that later if you're interested in a battery-operated chainsaw. But I know a lot of my viewers like corded tools, so this time I got a corded mini circular saw. This saw is a little different from other mini circular saws, so let's unbox this puppy and see what I got this time. But before we do that, if you enjoy watching honest tool and product reviews plus helpful DIY projects, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I produce another product review video or DIY video. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Here's a shot of the box for you. Let's open this guy up and see what I got this time. Alright guys, so when you unbox this puppy, this is everything you get. Now this is the mini circular saw from Hychika, available on Amazon, link in description below. And at the time of making this video, this kit retails for $67.99. But they also have a $5 discount coupon on their Amazon page, making it even cheaper than that. And if I happen to come across any discount coupons along the way, I'll be sure to put it in the description down below, so check that out first before you do anything. So what do you get when you unbox this guy? Well, you get the saw itself, you get a straight edge, you get a dust collection system right here, you get an Allen key for replacing the blades, you get a couple batteries for the laser indicator up here, and it also has batteries already in it, so you get a spare set of batteries. You get 3 blades, 2 of them are out here, 1 of them is already installed, and you get a nice bag to carry it in and keep it in when you're not using it. So let me move some of this stuff around and then we'll talk more about the saw itself. Alright guys, so I moved everything aside. Now we can talk a little bit better about the saw itself. Now this guy comes with a 2-year warranty, and the dimensions on this guy are 14 inches in length, 5 inches in height, and 4 inches in width. So it's not too bad, very compact. And it also comes with a super long 10-foot long cord. I already unwrapped this guy, measured it, 10 feet long. That should reach just about anywhere you need to be able to plug it in. So this is a very compact design mini circular saw, which is the reason I decided to look at this. Most circular saws, the blade are 4.5 inches in diameter. This one is only 3 3/8, so that means the head is even smaller, allowing you to get to work in really tight, cramped quarters. This guy comes with a 4 amp, 500 watt motor that can produce up to 4,500 RPMs. That means it's really great for cutting just about anything, including wood, tile, plastics, metal, or anything else that you have in mind. It comes with 3 blades already included. One 30-tooth wood blade, one 36-tooth metal blade, and one diamond grit blade for cutting tile, ceramics, etc. It also has a laser guide right here on top that you turn on, and you can see right there on my hand the laser guide to help you do straight cuts and so forth. So that's very convenient right there. And you turn it off when you're not using it. Now the cutting depth on this guy is from 0 to 25 millimeters or 0 to 1 inch. And it has a very nice convenient rubber overmold to make it easy for you to grip. No problem as far as greasy, dirty, sweaty hands coming loose on you, etc. And it has 2 different switches. You have the trigger switch down here, and you have this release switch up here that you have to press to be able to release it so that you can do the cuts and so forth. This has a very different design as far as the blade cover up here goes. As you see, I'm going to have to move it around to different angles to be able to show you properly, but as you see, the blade is constantly enclosed. Unlike other saws that have a cover that goes around the blade because the blade hangs down, this one, the blade goes up and stays up on top all the time. In fact, I could put my hand underneath it and I don't even touch the blade. The shoe here is what pivots up continuously all the way up to get to the depth that you want. So when you hit the release back here, you can see that the whole thing goes up, and that's when the blade is exposed. So everything up here is spring loaded and it goes up and it allows you to make the cuts. This way, this saw is really good for making very good plunge cuts. So if other saws have given you trouble with plunge cuts where you have to hold back the cover and so forth, this one eliminates that problem because all you do with this guy is select the depth of where you want to cut to, hit the release button, and it automatically cuts to that depth every single time. So it has a very different design on the head right here. You see it's a 2-3-piece design where everything comes together and covers up the blade right there. You see how this guy folds into that guy right there. Very interesting design, and the blade is always covered. You cannot expose the blade under any circumstance, making it very convenient. So you only do it when you're ready by hitting this guy back here. So that's very cool right there. And we're going to test that out in a little while to see exactly how it performs. Now, as far as selecting the depth, you have this guy right here, which all you do is unlock it, move it to whatever depth you want, and then you lock it back in place. And that is what determines how far down it will go. When you release it, it goes to that amount every time. You want less, you move it over, it doesn't go anywhere. You want more, you move it over, lock it, and then you get more of a cut. So this guy is your depth indicator right there. Very easy to read, as you see. So it's very easy for you to be able to figure out exactly where you want your cuts to be every time you're going to make a cut. So that helps with your accuracy right there. And like I said, as far as the handle goes, the rubber overmold is very convenient. I can feel it right there. Very good grip that I get on that. This guy also comes with a very interesting dust collection system where you see this very long, thin design dust collector. This part right here goes into your vacuum cleaner, your shop vac, etc. And this guy right here connects to this little port right back here on the side where all you do is slip it in and you lock it in place and it doesn't come out. So you can be cutting with this, and you see this is very long and very flexible. So you can have your shop vac quite far over here, and this guy will still give you good flexible cuts. It doesn't interfere with anything that you're cutting. Unlike some other saws that have really big hoses that go on here, this one is really tiny and very flexible and rubbery. So that's very cool, very interesting new design right there. Never seen anything like this before. Now, as far as the straight edge goes, all you do is you take your straight edge, and this can go in from either side. So you can put it in from either side, loosen up this nut right here, and all you do is slide it in, and then you put it in, lock it into wherever you want, and you get nice straight cuts based on how far from the edge you are. You can put it in from this side also, and there you go. You lock it in there, and you have straight cuts either way, left or right, depending on where you want to use it. So that's very convenient as far as that goes. So this guy's really good for making cuts in wood, tile, metal, plastics, or just about any kind of material if you have the proper blade for it. Being a compact design allows you to get into really tight areas to make easier cuts. So let's test this guy and see how it cuts and go from there. Alright guys, so let's do a little bit of cutting into some particle board with this saw and see how it performs. Now this is technically a 3/4 inch piece of particle board, which is a bit swollen because I kept it outdoors, so it's gained some moisture, making it up to like 7/8 in thickness, something like that, which is almost the maximum that this saw can do. Let's see if it'll cut all the way through it. I have the dust collection already set up here, so I'm going to turn on the shop vac and you won't be able to hear me talk. So we're going to try some plunge cuts right here and see how it does that, and then we'll do some straight cuts afterward. So let's get going. So there you go. There's some plunge cuts right there. I cut this square section out of the middle of the piece of board right here. And as you can see, there's really not much of, if any, dust. So the dust collection system works really quite well. So there you go. That did a good job right there. Now let's do some straight cuts. All right, so let's see how this guy performs on doing some straight cutting. Alright guys, so as you can see right there, I have switched over to the ceramic tile cutting blade, and I have a piece of ceramic tile bolted to the table right here, and we're going to be cutting through this right now and see how this guy performs. Now, cutting through ceramic tile is a lot slower than cutting through a piece of wood, so we're going to have to go slowly on this. And also, I wanted to mention that you can cut through tile in a couple of different ways using a saw like this. You can cut through it dry, which is what I'm going to do because I'm here by myself. But if you have somebody else available, you can always have them squirt some water on the surface, and that makes for good lubrication, less dust, less noise, less everything, and gives you a much cleaner cut. So I would recommend that if you have someone else available. For me, I only have two hands, so I can't be doing that. Safety first, make sure you hold on to the saw. First of all, you can't be using one hand on the saw and squirting water with the other because you could hurt yourself, so don't do that. So let's see how this guy performs. Alright guys, there you have it. Cut through a piece of ceramic tile with no trouble whatsoever. So there you have it. Alright guys, there you have it. A review and demonstration of the Hychika corded mini circular saw. For those of you that want corded tools and are looking for a mini circular saw, this is one that you may want to consider. It comes with everything you need to start cutting. It's also very compact and easy to get into tight spaces. For a DIYer or professional, this is a great little saw that doesn't take up a lot of room in your toolbox, but it can cut through any material up to 1 inch in thickness. All this at a very affordable price. Check out their Amazon page for complete details. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.